Hello. You're welcome to LIBL Academy. You're welcome to LIBL Academy, and also welcome to being our 007 agents, for this political symposium. Whilst we await others to join, we're here to just welcome you and then to tell you a little bit about us. This is LIBL Academy. LIBL Academy is Leadership, Intelligence, and Business Learning Academy. We believe that there is need for this political symposium, considering what we're about to enter into as a nation. Come couple of days from now, less than 30 days from today, we will be making a major decision. And believe me, we strongly believe that Ajayi Joseph, good evening. Thank you for joining, Ajayi Joseph. Okay, just to mention for those who are watching with us, who are following us on YouTube, before you can, because this is going to be very engaging, want you to have the opportunity to be able to ask questions and get our guests really engaged. So before you can type your questions, YouTube, you will need to be, should I say register or subscribe? Yeah, you need to subscribe to the channel. Just click the subscribe button and you'll be able to type in your question. Just like Ajayi Joseph, I can see Ajayi Joseph comment on YouTube saying evening. So I believe Ajayi Joseph must have also subscribed. That way you can, join the live chat. We believe that this is going to be very engaging and interesting within the next couple of seconds when we officially kickstart. So, like I said, I believe that this period is very essential. It is very essential for us to have a program like this and for us to have a symposium where we can have people who are knowledgeable in this area and for them to enlighten us, for us to be able to ask certain questions and be enlightened on our political rights. Okay, Richard Oluwaferomi, I think you guys are getting the OD. Thank you, Richard. Good evening, all. Yeah, good evening to you, Richard, so that we can all make the right decision. Please, on YouTube, we'd like you to ask your questions on YouTube. The live chat is available for you to type in your questions, ask whatever question is bothering you, what you need to know about this coming election in 2023. So the facilitator will be reading your questions from YouTube and we'll be getting them. From there, I believe that we will be able to address Oluwatosin Lasomi. Good evening, all. Yeah, good evening. I can see your chats. Please, let's keep the chat coming in. And let me also know how excited you are, what you expect to learn from this. Oluwatosin Lasomi, good evening, all. Yeah, good evening. I can see your chats. Please, let's keep the chat coming in. And let me also know how. All right. I believe our facilitator is ready and also good to go. So, Mr. Goodluck, are you good to go?
Yeah, I'm good to go. Good evening, everybody. I'm going to get our responses from the chat. Good evening. Welcome to LIBL Academy and welcome to today's political symposium. Just like our director earlier introduced and welcome everybody, there's a need for us to be acquainted with the happenings in this period, one of the most decisive time in Nigeria's future, economically cut across all spheres. The election forthcoming. We have anticipated the election up to now and just a few days away. And it's quite important that every Nigerian understands what their right is and what it ought to be done during the election and after election. I know most of the campaigns we've been having, political parties have been going around campaigning, displaying their manifesto, talking about what they would do for us, what they wouldn't do, and the rest of them. So we have been privileged to see several manifestos. So the essence of this symposium is to look at after election, what next? After voting, what is available to the masses? We understand that it's a body that is in charge of electoral matters, that is in charge of conducting the election, which is INEC. However, that is a huge role the electorate plays in making the choice of whosoever becomes the next president of this country, the next governors of state, the next House of Reps and House of Senate members. We have a big role to play. So it is very important that we are acquainted with what our role is. So this evening, I'm Goodluck A. David. I'm a graduate of law, so I'm going to be your host this evening. So once again, thank you for joining, and we'll be waiting for our guests to join us soon as we begin. But while we are waiting for our guests, I just want to ask questions. You can just type in, what are your expectations for this symposium? Let me get our responses. What are your expectations? If you're viewing from the YouTube channel, you can just drop. Please do well to subscribe, just like it was earlier today. Do well to subscribe so that we can have access to your questions, so that I can ask questions. So let me engage you. What are your expectations? What are you expecting? Quickly, let's have some person say something there, please. What are your expectations? So if you're on YouTube, you can just type it in. I'll be viewing it from here. What are your expectations? So, who is typing? Who is typing? Who is putting his expectation? I want to know what are you expecting. I'm waiting for us. Please keep dropping, keep dropping, keep dropping, keep dropping to understand how the voting process will be. Very important. Very important. You are to wants to understand how the voting process will be, to know how more. Okay. Are we together, everybody? I'm still waiting for us to put in our comments. What are your expectations? Please, your comments are very important to us. We want to know your comments. We want to know what the expectations are for joining us this wonderful evening. What are your expectations? So please put it on the chat box. And please do well to invite more persons. You have the link, send more persons, invite them to join us. We've started already. We're just waiting for. So I'm still going to ask another question since your expectation. Okay, let me ask this question. There's always been a cliche in Nigeria where people say your votes don't count. That no matter what you do, whether you go to the polling unit or not, that the elections are pre-decided. It means before election, we know the winner. So that has been the mindset of most Nigerians when it comes to electoral periods. I say, what's the need of going to the polls? I don't think our elections will count. Even after that, they have their way to go around it. Okay, so let me hear your comments again. I want to hear your comments. I want us to be engaged. What are your comments? What is your take on that particular statement? Okay, who is giving us answers now? Okay, am I getting okay? I'm seeing more expectations now. Okay, expectations from today to have more hope or trust in INEC. Very interesting. Like night, want to have more hope or trust in INEC. Okay. I'm going to send your message to INEC that somebody wants to have more hope in them, so they do not follow our hand in this election. Someone wants to have hope and trust in INEC that this election is going to be free and fair indeed. So no problem, INEC is going to get the assurance that my vote is not pointless. If it could be manipulated, as we just saw in your Osun State governorship election tribunal decision. well, it's very saddening. I followed up the Osun State tribunal decision yesterday, and I must say it just goes to show how much things are happening politically. But however, I wouldn't want to go towards the position of the law as regards to that matter, because this is not about the stance of the law, and it's not about the Osun State electoral matters right now. But be that as it may, I think the matter is still being appealed. The Osun State incumbent governor, as we know, is still appealing the case. Senator Adeleke is appealing the case. So let's see what the appeal court will decide as regards that matter. But however, I don't believe this election is going to be manipulated. So I don't want to give you the hope that this election is going to be manipulated. We have the hope that it's not going to be manipulated, that our votes will count. And that's the essence why LSDI Academy is putting up this symposium together. Let's talk. Let's know what our duties after voting, what can we do, what are political rights, beyond we casting our votes. Okay, what else can we do to ensure that our votes count, So let's get more answers. I want to ask a question. I've not gotten a response to that question, please. What is your take on the fact that the cliche in Nigeria that elections are decided before the very electoral day? So just like what Mike said your votes don't count. So it's like pointless. So let me hear your views on that. Please go in and put in your site. Just type in the message. I'm playing the Facebook now. I'm not seeing any other response. Okay, let's get more response, please. Like Mike, you can type it in. Let's see what is your take, because you just made a point as regards to that, but you can talk more. Olu Atosin, thank you for joining us. Alayemi, I'm waiting for your responses. Richard is not saying that to say good evening. So let's have more. What are your take on elections don't count in Nigeria? What are your take? Let's get more. Let's get more of that. I'm waiting for us. Please, like I said, this is going to be a very interesting and very interesting section. It's going to be very, very interactive. So I'm expecting everyone on the call and everyone viewing from YouTube now to send in their messages. So please drop it. I'll be the only one talking. So who is next? Who is coming up? Who is typing? Who is typing? Who is typing? Who is typing? Who is putting up message? Who is putting up message? Please, someone should put up a message. I want to say something. I want to see our views. I want to hear our views. Someone should say something. And elections are decided before we get to the polls. Before we get to the polling unit, elections are already decided. Let's get your views. Do you think it's true? If it's true, how do we ensure that such don't happen this time around? Or have you totally lost hope on INEC? Light said he has lost. Okay, someone said wants to understand if you can still trust INEC. Fine. So we want to hear your views one more time. So put up your views again. It looks like it's true. It looks like it's true. It looks like. Explain more. You have the light to throw more light on that. How does it look like it's true? How does it look like it's true? Do you think your votes don't count? Okay. Okay. It looks like it's true. It looks like it's true. Let's have another person. Light, you've not said anything. You started it wahala. So let's continue. Let's continue from where you stopped. Light, let me hear your view. The assurance that my vote is not pointless. It could be manipulated, as we just saw in your shoe state. Okay, we need to hang around the voting center when they want to count the votes. Many of us just go home after voting before they come and break bottle on my head. Interesting. Okay, so Oluwatosin is already providing solutions to what we can do to ensure that our votes count. So those of us that have just decided, I'll just go, let's say, a few minutes to when election voting want to end. I just start my vote and leave. Oluwatosin is giving us how we can protect our votes now. He said, you don't just vote, you stay there and wait for your votes to be counted. So dear hardworking, diligent Nigerian youth, stay at your polling unit. Don't leave your polling unit after elections. Make sure you stay there. Oluwatosin just said you should stay and ensure that your votes count. Stay around while they are counting. They don't go, okay? Like I've seen on that one. I agree. During 12 elections, voters waiting at the polling booths forced INEC to push the truth. So Light is supporting the claim by Oluwatosin that we should wait at the polling units after we have voted so that our votes would count. So we can push INEC to do the right thing. So don't just leave after you have cast your vote. Stay back. Ensure that you protect your vote. Protect it with everything. Don't protect it with the bottles and knives, but be observant, be vigilant, be there. Do not be negligent about your rights. Okay. So you have to stay at the polling unit. While you cast your votes, stay there. Watch how they are counting it. So if there's any manipulation whatsoever, you can quickly raise an alarm that something is going wrong here. So don't just leave. Don't just leave. These and many more we're going to be finding out in the course of our interaction. We're very sorry that our guest is set to join us, but like I said, it's an interactive section. So while we are waiting we have a special guest that will be joining us this afternoon. I bet you would love to meet the person coming up. Okay, let me just give you some tips. I have one of the presidential candidates joining us for this symposium piece evening. So we're going to be asking him questions. We're going to be throwing more light on beyond voting our political rights and becoming 007 agents. Okay, so we want to have more agents. All right. So while we are waiting for him, I'm going to ask another question now. Okay, let me throw this question generally to everyone again. What are the factors you think Nigerians are not really paying attention to? Okay, do we have an idea how the DVAT works? Okay, how it works? Okay, I think if I got your question right.
Hello?
Are we together? So she asked, how does the give? Can everybody hear me?
We can hear you. At least I can hear you.
Can everybody hear me now? Okay, I think I'm back online. Okay, so okay. Do we have an idea how the givers works? Okay, so I think it's majorly to read our cards. Okay, it's majorly to read our cards and to ascertain if your card has been properly registered and cast your vote and rest of them. So I think when our guest comes, he's going to throw more light on that. So but for those of us who don't know what the meaning of what she asked is bimodal voters accreditation system. It's a bimodal voters accreditation system. So how it works is major to read our cards, but when our guest joins us, we throw more light on that. Oh wow! Our guest is in the house. Okay. Can you all hear me? Let me confirm if you all can hear me. Our guest is in the house. Our guest just joined us now. Please confirm if you can hear me. Okay, someone said just joined us. So the topic is beyond voting. It's a political symposium and it's beyond voting. So please confirm if you can hear me. Okay, so I'm going to be introducing our guest straight away. Our guest has joined us and is in the house already. So I'm going to introduce him now so that we all can have a time to interact with him. Okay, good evening, sir. If you can hear me, sir. Good evening. Good evening, sir. Hello. Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
Hello?
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Those on Facebook can hear me, so that's fine. If you can hear me, that's fine. That's fine.
Hello?
That's fine. You can hear me.
I can hear you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
We can hear you, sir.
Thank you. So who is supposed to speak now?
So I'm going to introduce the guest while we are waiting to hear him. So once he joins us, the open begins to speak. So I guess this evening, let someone make a guess. Okay, let me throw it open. Someone should make a guess. Let me see someone who is good at guessing. Someone should make a guess. Before I read the citation of our guest this evening, someone should please make a guess. Just make a guess. Let me see who is good at that. Make a guess who you think our guest is this evening. Let me see. Of the political parties, presidential aspiring that we expecting this evening. Someone should just type. Remember, for you to be able to comment, is a live chat. You have to subscribe. So if you are subscribed, thank you, Emmanuel. Thank you, AY. Thank you, Jonathan. So who is making a guess? President Adiwali Adebayo. We have already confirmed the president. Light. Light has already confirmed the president. Says President Adiwali Adebayo. Okay. All right, thank you so much, Light. Okay, Light has confirmed to the president already. So I'm just going to take the citation of Prince Adiwali Adebayo. Is the presidential candidate of Social Democratic Party, SDP. So let me take the citation. Prince Adiwali Adebayo, the presidential candidate under the Social Democratic Party, cannot be missed in crowd. The immensity of his numerous aptitudes and the effectiveness of his charm stands him out in a very gathering. One can hardly meet a more confident man, as an individual who cherishes the life of the mind, invests in its cultivation, and continually stands out for its strength, lucidity, and logic. He easily ranks among the most educated and able Nigerians in any field, and certainly one of the very best yet to hold public office, and one of the most committed to the public good through his philanthropic gestures in Africa and beyond. Adebayo's talent are strengthened by a tough character built on the old values that are anchored on hard work, honesty, and resilience. This awesome talent was nurtured in Nigeria, and he has devoted his adult life to making it better for all. Adewale Adebayo was born on the 8th January 1972 after completing his primary school in Ondo. His mind was shaped at St. Joseph's College, Ondo, and further refined at the prestigious Obafemi Awolowo University, where he graduated with honors in law. In OAU, not only did he run a successful law program, but also participated in national activism as a Nigerian student. He was called to the Nigerian bar in 2000 after completing and passing his bar exam from the Nigerian Law School in Lagos. In 2022, he shortly after his return to Lagos following his NYSC in COVID stage, he joined the Tunji Abayomi law firm, where he quickly rose through the ranks. Adebayo later acquired Masters of Law at the University of Jos. He participated in the activities of Nigeria Labour Congress as a comrade, and he made friends across Nigeria who admired him for his strength of character, integrity, and zeal. He later left the law firm Tunji Adebayo for Abuja, where he established his personal law firm, Adewale Adebayo and Co. House of Law, as the principal solicitor. He came into prominence as a leader in his professional field while also investing in the future of young people by employing corps members, lawyers, and teaching team. With seasoned lawyers as associates and partners, he has groomed many seasoned lawyers over the years. Okay, having achieved his milestone, Adewale Adebayo decided to put the local audience into consideration with the introduction of Kaptak TV Yoruba and Kaftan Hausa. Already, Kaftan News Channel is available at channel 140 on Star Times Dish platform and on channel 128 on the antenna for all Star Times bookings. Yoruba channel can also be viewed. Okay, so I'm just going to be cutting this because of our time. Okay, Adebayo extended his training during the company members to the Ondo youth in February 2001 after realizing that most Ondo indigenes were not benefiting from the TV training. He participated in the Ondo Ekimobu youth to begin broadcasting training for the youth in the community. So far, 59 underused have graduated from the program, and 5 of them have been offered full-time employment by Capstan TV. Adebayo now sponsors over 500 young Ondo students in Nigeria tertiary institutions, in addition to numerous students from other towns and states who he sponsors in school. In addition, he financially empowered hundreds of women in Ondo Kingdom. He does it without making a fuss about it. In recognition of the development efforts in Ondo Kingdom, he was unanimously adopted as the chairman of the Ikumagu Festival for 2001. Adewale Adebayo is the recipient of many awards in recognition of his service to the state, community, and to humanity. In March 2021, he was recognized by the Ondo State government as the indigene who pays the highest personal income tax to the Ondo State government. In November 2021, he was bestowed with the award of the Best Media Practitioner of the Year by the Nigerian Union of Journalists, NUJ. A seasoned leader with gravity and substance who has produced human resources that have benefited the nation entered the political fray on January 30, 2022, declaring his intention to run for the office of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Since then, he has emerged as a Social Democratic Party presidential stand bearer, SDP. So, ladies and gentlemen, may I invite our speaker, our guest for this evening symposium, Mr. Adewale Adebayo, Esquire. So please, you can just indicate with the clap something like an invitation to welcome him. You're welcome, sir. You're welcome, sir. Good evening, sir. If you can hear me. Welcome, sir. Somebody said it shows that you are campaigning for Adebayo. No, we are not campaigning for him. He's our guest for this evening. So it's not like we are campaigning for him. We are just reading. It's necessary we read the citation of our guest. It's very important we read the citation. Yes, I believe other presidential candidates were invited. Exactly. We did invite other presidential candidates too, but he honored our invitation and is here with us this evening. So we are not campaigning for anybody. He is just our guest to enlighten us on the topic for discourse this evening. So please, we are not a political party. We are not affiliated to any political party. And we are not directly or indirectly campaigning for any political party. So, so just get that we are not campaigning for any political party. So we are just privileged to have him as our guest this evening and has joined us. So please have that at the back of our mind. We are not campaigning for any political party. LLBI Academy is not campaigning for any political party. Neither are we affiliated to any political party. Okay, we are concerned about the betterment of Nigeria, and therefore we deem it fit that every Nigerian, every electorate out there should know what their rights before the election and after the election. Okay, are we together? Are we together? So please, let's just limit that. For those of us that have been dropping comments, I've been seeing it. Okay, someone is putting Zenith Labour Party presidential candidate. Sometimes chats are coming in late. So I've introduced our guest. Okay, so I want us to show something with a sign. Just put a sign and welcome our guest. Just put a sign. I think he's joining us. We're having some technicalities in the network. So while we are waiting, I've introduced him already. While we are waiting, joining us, let's have some more interactive sections. Let's have some more interactive sections. Okay, and I have a question here for everyone. What do you think are the criteria that Nigerians should look at for as we choose our candidates? So you personally, what are the criteria you have looked at for why you choose your candidate? Why you choose your candidate? What were your factors? What were your determining factors? What did you consider? Okay. But sincerely, I have had only statements from Nigerians. And it will amaze you what Nigerians are thinking about as regards this election and what has influenced their choice of a candidate and who they will be casting their votes to. At the polls, it will amaze you what has influenced. So I want to hear from my audience this evening. What has influenced your own choice of a candidate? Let me get to girls quickly. Kingsley, thank you. Light, thank you for always engaging. Richard, thank you. So let me hear from us. Jonathan, I want to hear from us. AY, thank you. Emmanuel, Samuel, thank you for joining us. Olayemi, thank you so much for joining us. So let me get to hear from us again. What is in play? You don't need to tell us who your candidate is so that you don't be as your campaign on our platform now because you have to pay for that. I'm going to see advice. Okay. So what I want to hear from you, what is influencing your choice of a candidate? To let's have other person's comments. Who else is commenting, please? Who else is commenting? Who else is commenting? Who else is commenting? Who else is dropping comments? I want to get comments. Lighter said ideas, ideology, different from the old guard. And I believe he's not the only one here. Let's have other persons say something about that. What is influencing the choice of the candidate? What is influencing the choice of the candidate? I'm waiting for us. I'm waiting for us. I'm waiting for our comments. I'm waiting for our comments. I'm waiting for our comments, please. Who is commenting? Guys, are we sleeping? Diligent Nigerian youth, please, let's say something. We are having some major technicalities. I must apologize. Our guest team was on board, and I think he got logged off, so to say, and he's going to join us soon. He's having network issues. This is Nigeria, so we know how this thing they do now. So let's just spend some time while he joins us. But I've not. I'm waiting for that person to send in their response. And look, funny enough, they are not dropping it. So please, once again, for you to be able to comment, you have to subscribe. You have to subscribe. I will back. Are we there, guys? Waiting for a response, please. Light has been the only one that commented on the particular issue that I dropped here. Other persons are yet to comment. Other persons are yet to comment. So please drop your comments. I'm waiting for your comments. I'm waiting. We have about 13 persons here. So I expect to hear our views, more views, to hear our views as regards to the question, what's influencing the choice of a candidate for the presidential election. We've had okay, Oweyemi James, okay, Oweyemi saying, I look forward to seeing a candidate who has integrity, idea, manifesto, what he or she has been doing in the past and what he intends to do. So in next sense, you're looking for character, idea, integrity, manifesto, what is the person's precedent, what has the person been doing over the years. So I'm live here saying, since he doesn't want to hear from the guest, he joined, but you couldn't hear him earlier. Please acknowledge when he rejoins. Hope he comes back. Nice, he will come back. Don't worry, he will come back. He will join us soon. I'm waiting for us, guys. Waiting for us, guys. Give me your responses. Hit this thing. Make okay. While we are waiting, response.
I'm sorry, Mr. Goodluck. We're unable to reach out to our guest. The last I heard from him is that the network is really been a challenge. But in the meantime, I believe we can at least, because I can also read the chat, I can see the excitement in the chat box and comments from the chat section. Someone says he looks forward to seeing a candidate who has integrity, idea, manifesto that he or she has been doing in the past or so. Sorry, a message just came. Mr. Goodluck, please, you can go ahead. I think he's trying to connect back to me.
Oh. So let's keep this coming. Let's keep this coming, please. Our guest, like I said, will join us soon. We are doing everything within our power. Are we together?
Okay, Mr. Goodluck, I think he's back with us now. Sir, can you hear us, sir?
It doesn't affect me.
I can hear you, but I don't know if
Oh, okay. This is Nigeria, like I said.
I can hear you.
We understand that connecting back
here and there. So just patiently keep interacting. I want us to just keep sharing ideas. I asked a question, and only 3 persons have given me response. So what are the other persons doing? You don't want to answer my question. You can't run away from my question.
Hello, Mr. Goodluck. Mr. Goodluck, sorry, I think he's back now. Please, let's just let him go ahead and speak now. So, sir, over to you. You can take over, sir. We would just like to.
You have to stop the gentleman over there so that we don't talk across each other. And I want to know what you want to address. I have a lot on my mind.
Good evening, sir.
We're ready for you, sir.
Yes, what precisely do you expect of me? What do you want to know?
Well, okay, so for a start, I guess you couldn't hear him earlier. For a start, so yeah, I just finished reading your manifest, your profile.
Welcome,
and we would just like to know,
thank you.
For you to give us an introductory speech for just about 5 minutes thereabout, and then we can go on to, because some people have some questions People are excited on, in the chat box, and I would like to.
Okay, thank you. Basically, my name is Adewale Adebayo. I'm a Nigerian. I'm 51 years old now. Can you believe it? I'm a lawyer from Ondo Kingdom in Ondo State, and I'm a member of the Social Democratic Party, and I'm the presidential candidate of the party in next month's presidential election. And our message to Nigerian people is that the Social Democratic Party has put up a plan which, if adopted and we form the government, will be to eradicate poverty and insecurity. And every other thing that we are doing is anchored on those two pivots, so that we can be a country that is not counted among those countries with extreme poverty. We want 33 million people out of 210 being in poverty. And we should not be indexed with the countries with the worst safety and security records. So that's basically, those are the two things that we want to do in the first 4 years. Hello?
Hello, sir. Okay, so I heard you clearly.
All right, thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for that, sir. All right, sir. Having heard from you, we just have some few questions we would love you to ask, and I believe the audience here would want to hear from you. Just like I can hear you, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
Please, you may go ahead with your questions. I think he can hear you.
I can hear all of you. Hello, I can hear you.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. One of the questions
All
I
right.
want to ask
I might be asking a personal question. Mr. Goodluck, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
I might be asking a personal question because network has been a major challenge for us. Sir, is this something you're actually going to handle? Because I don't think this should be an issue for us in a time like this. But we can see that this has become a major challenge. All right.
Let
me just go ahead with the question because I can assist Mr. Goodluck until his network is fully back. So he was trying to ask a question because we have some questions from the chat. So we'll start with that, then we'll go on to some other questions that people have also asked. So someone was asking that what is the relevance of the sorry, just a minute as I read through the question. Okay, so what is BVAS, sir? What is BVAS?
BVAS, what is ordinarily called BVAS? Is that correct? Hello? Hello? You're asking about BVAS, BVAS?
We can hear you, sir. We are with you, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I'm asking you, are you asking about BVAS, BVAS?
Yes, sir.
Okay, see, let us not be talismanic about the whole thing. BVAS is bimodal voter accreditation system. There's nothing special about it.
Yes, sir.
INEC,
yes, sir. Yes, BVAS.
INEC is a
Do you
government
have an
agency.
idea how the PVAS works?
Okay, now let me just tell you. INEC is a government agency. And government people like to collect a lot of money to buy simple things and call it big names. Bimodal means two mode. Bi means two. Modal means two mode. So even your phone, if it takes PIN and fingerprint to open your phone is bimodal accreditation system. Anything that has a two-step is bimodal. So if you have an email address and you say you can use both password and a question, that means it's bimodal. You went two mode. So the BVAS is nothing special. It's just a machine that accredits by scanning your card, that's one mode, and then facial recognition, that's second mode. So an iPhone is bimodal. In fact, an iPhone can be multimodal. You can use your face recognition to open your phone. You can use a PIN to open your phone. You can swap to open your phone. So there's nothing there. So INEC is just blowing grammar over nothing. So, but how it works is how you program it. That machine can do many things. You can even use it. You can even turn it to a payment system if you want. In fact, if I was in charge of INEC, I would use it. I would turn it to a multimodal accreditation system. You will not even use the PVC. You will not even use the PVC anymore. You know, I will just use the fingerprint only, and that's so. But basically, the way INEC has programmed it is as follows: when you are a registered voter, you are given a permanent voter's card. Hopefully, people will collect their cards. So when you go to the place where you want to
thank you so much, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Well, this thing is not working. So because you can't hear me, and I don't want to be misquoted, I'm a presidential candidate. I don't want you to hear what I didn't say.
Okay, sir. So we have another question on the ground, sir. What do you think? How it's working? Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you. Oh, whether you can hear me is a different matter.
We can hear you, sir, loud and clear.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
How important is it for electorates to vote for an unpopular candidate?
Well, a candidate should be popular with the candidate.
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you. How important is it for electorates to vote for an unpopular candidate?
Okay. The question is a bit incompetent in the sense that voting is individual. So you vote with somebody who is popular with you. Because vote is secret and voting is personal. People don't vote as a group. So you vote for the person you prefer. That's all. There's nothing complicated there. So, and if more people vote for a particular candidate, that's the true test that that candidate is popular. You can never know who is popular. And you have to know the difference between popularity and notoriety or fame. So Michael Jackson is more famous than all the politicians in America. But when Michael Jackson was alive, if he ran for president, he might not win. So that's for fame. Popularity is who you like. So, and notoriety is who you know the most. So, Evans, the kidnapper, is very notorious. Osama bin Laden was notorious. So we have to know this distinction, but for a voter, it is assumed that that voter is an intelligent person, which is not always the case. But it is assumption that the voter is intelligent, that the voter knows the issues at stake. So if you are trying to vote for a pilot that will fly your plane, your measurement is different than when you are voting for a comedian who will entertain you in the course of the flight. Or if you are voting for the person who is going to make food during the flight. So it is the function that that person is supposed to perform that will determine the criteria you are going to use to vote for the person. So a person who is popular for one thing is not popular for another. If we are looking for someone to sing for you, it's likely that you vote for Davido or Wizkid or somebody. But if you are looking for someone to teach you mathematics, I don't think you vote your choice will be the same.
Okay, thank you so much, sir, for that. I have another question here. What else do you think voters can do haven't casted?
All right, sir. Hello. So I believe he is muted presently. So, sir, I think the next question is: how prepared do you think INEC is for the forthcoming elections? We know we've read a couple of things, but how prepared do you think INEC is? People are afraid.
Well, you see, people should not look at INEC as one entity. There are different levels in INEC. So what INEC chairman is saying is not the same thing as what the electoral officer will do. INEC is like police. So Inspector General of Police can say police is your friend. It doesn't mean that the policeman on the street will not collect 20 naira or shoot you while trying to collect 200 naira. Do you understand that? The EFCC chairman can say that the EFCC is committed to fighting crime, but it doesn't mean that the EFCC investigator is honest. So I just want to understand that. Hello?
Yes, sir, I understand. Just have to mute myself so that it doesn't interfere with what you're saying, sir.
Yeah,
All
so
right, thank you so much.
Yeah, so basically, so INEC is just like any other government agency. So you have to measure at different level. That is why INEC will say, come and collect your card. But the person who is to give you the card is not at work.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
That's enlightening, sir. All right, sir. And and I think you are telling us that there's nothing to be afraid of, you know. Okay, so basically, sir.
There's nothing to be afraid of, but there's always something to be vigilant for.
About, okay. All right, sir. Please, we've got about 2 more questions here, sir. What do you think the electorate should consider when making their choice for a candidate to vote? You know, what should an electorate consider when you want to make your choice of the person to vote for? What would you advise?
They should ask themselves, why are they voting? Why are you even coming out to vote at all? There must be something that pushes you to come out to vote. So, and that thing must be something that's important to you. So, if you look at the situation of the country, and if you look at your own personal circumstances, if you look at the issues that are pending, so if your aim is to form a very efficient government, then you vote in a particular way. If you think that, oh, somebody from my ethnic group has not been president before, that's the reason why you are coming to vote. You won't listen to any other thing. Whether the person is competent, whether the person is truthful or capable, you don't look. If you are thinking that, oh, somebody of your religion is supposed to be there, that was what will be driving you. And you do so. I can only recommend to the voter that general improvement in the condition of the people and general development of the country is what should predominate in the mind of the people. But people come out to vote for different reasons. Some are even coming out to vote in order to sell their vote and collect 10,000. So my duty is to let people know that don't allow any of those unimportant and short-term reasons to be the basis for you coming out to vote. The basis for you coming out to vote is for you to want the development of the society, listen to the issues that are being raised, pay attention to the candidates, and make a decision to vote for the candidate that best answers and looks better prepared to do the job. I'm trying to remind people of the duty of the president. The duty of the president are three. One, to keep the country united as the head of state. Two, to manage our resources, both human and material, to ensure that our systems work, everything in government works. Water, light, housing, roads, infrastructure, everything works. School system, healthcare, budget works. Then the third duty is to protect us as the commander-in-chief of the armed forces, to keep everybody safe and to keep the country secure. So those are the three things you consider. Any other thing is entertainment.
Wow, thank you so much. Every other thing is an entertainment. All right, sir, so I have a quick one here. We have had cases where voters have lost confidence in the electoral process with the case that their votes don't count and the rest of them. So what do you think, apart from voting, voters can do to ensure that their votes count? So after the voting process, what can electorates do to ensure that their votes count after the voting process?
What they can do is to pay attention to the voting process. One, to see that accreditation is done as it's supposed to be. That is to say, one, only those whose names are on the voter register and who have showed up with their permanent voters card are allowed to be accredited, and that everybody who is to vote has actually gone through the two-mode, or what we call bimodal verification system, by showing their finger, by showing their card and doing their facial recognition. And that the number of people accredited is well tallied openly right there. That's number one step. Second step is to see that nobody is coming to buy or sell votes around them. So they must insist that when a voter is collecting his ballot paper to go and vote, that person should be left alone. Nobody running after him, offering him things, disturbing him, harassing him, so that the person is able to vote according to their conscience or lack of conscience, whatever is their problem. The person goes to vote. Thirdly, that when they are counting the votes, it is counted arithmetically correct. And that votes that are bad, that are either blank or doubly thumbprinted or thumbprinted in a smeared way that doesn't show clearly who you have voted for, such votes are voided. And that every political party gets the fingerprint that is in front of their logo accredited to them. Now that vote, after being counted, is properly recorded in the form EC8. Because it's that form EC8 that the BVAS machine is going to scan and send to INEC database. So it doesn't matter if you counted for SDP 380 votes, and then you are careless when the INEC man is writing it in the form, writes 180. That 180 is the one the system is going to capture. So you want to make sure that there's accuracy and that one is properly captured, and a hard copy is collected by the agent of each political party. So from that moment onwards, any citizen can actually inform the public what happened in their polling unit. They can use social media to say, I voted at unit so and so, in so and so place, and that so party scores so number. It is allowed to disseminate it because it's public information. So,
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. I want to ask, are voters allowed to record, like use their phones, cameras to record during voting system and take
no, you
pictures
cannot
apart
record.
from the?
You cannot record. You can record the whole process, but you cannot record whom you voted for.
Okay, sir.
You cannot record
Okay,
who
sir.
you voted. You cannot photocopy or photograph your ballot because it's supposed to be secret under the law. So, if you are doing that, it shows that maybe you are trying to sell the vote or claim reward. So, yes.
Thank you so much, sir. Let's just have one last one. We've discovered that this election, there have been increase in registered voters, unlike other elections. What do you think is the positive side to this increase of registered voters other than what we have in previous elections? What is?
People like Nigeria like to exaggerate. There's no improvement. Anytime, every 4 years, population will increase. People were 14 years old. After 4 years, become 18 years old. So they'll be eligible to register. So there's nothing special. With all the noise people are making, just remember that only 9 million voters are added. There were 84 million before. We added 9. So what is unique there? So with all the noise people are making, the youth are taking over, so and so. If you look at the data very well and analyze it, not many people came out, unlike what the media is talking deceptively or carelessly. There is no improvement in the number. So because 4 years have since passed and we only added 9 million. So out of the 93 million, only 9 are new. And when you look at the new ones, youth are majority of it. But altogether, the additional number of youth added to the total roll is about 5 million. It's about 5 point something million. So it's not as if all the 93 million voters are new. Do you understand me?
Thank you so much. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I do understand you, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for your time. It's been a pleasure having you as our guest this evening. Thank you so much for being it fit to create the time for us out of your busy schedule. So, one last word from you. What is your last word for our viewers and as many that are turned up for this symposium this evening? What's the last word for Nigerians, the electorate, as we go towards the electoral process come February?
What I can tell Nigerians is that, one, there is hope for the country. And the hope is not just a mere empty hope. It's a hope because everything that we need to succeed is available. But Nigerian people, the voters especially, should not be focusing too much on the candidates. Focus on the situation on ground in the country. It is the kind of need that you have that determines whom you call. If your dress is torn, you call a tailor to help you fix it. You don't call a carpenter. If your hair is bushy, you call a barber. You don't call a plumber. If water is leaking or water is not being supplied in your house, you call a plumber. You don't call an electrician. So it is the need in the society that should determine the kind of people, kind of politician we vote for. So in this country now, we have extreme poverty, we have insecurity, and we have inefficiency. So you want to elect a president who has a clear thought program with detail on how to deal with it. And you don't vote for people who are part of the history of non-performance or part of the causation or causes or reasons for the problem you have today. So that is what I want you to focus on. Because after all is said and done, in the next 1.5 months now, the election will be over. You'll be stuck with your choices for the next 4 years. And the people who are playing music for you now, doing Twitter for you now, immediately they take over the government, they won't be available to entertain you anymore. And then your problems you are having on ground, if they are not solved, they will continue to multiply. So that is why I want people to be serious and to listen carefully to all the things we have been saying, so that once in a lifetime, we can actually have a government, hopefully an SDP government, that will make life easy for everyone and solve the problems that we have.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you. It's been a pleasure having you on the call this evening. Thank you so much. I believe our viewers and many that have participated have learned a lot, and we'll be grateful that you honored our invitation. We just have one brief request for you, sir. And one of the brief statements is that when you eventually emerge, or any other candidate emerge as president, that Nigeria will have a reason to smile again, and we can all say that yes, the Nigeria of our dreams are coming to pass. So once again, from LFB Academy, I say a big thank you, sir. And we would love to have a photograph with you. Our viewers would love to see your face, not just hearing the voice. So we'd love you to have turn on your camera just for a minute, or just for a minute or two, so that our viewers can see your face. So
why I'm not doing that is because already viewers should have my picture online, and I have been in a private place. So I don't want to take advantage of that. It's an unscheduled program. So I'm not in the public place. But they can just Google and get my picture, and they can be very happy with it. But actually, the solutions to Nigeria problem are not on my face. They're actually in the hand of every Nigerian and in the mind of all Nigerians. So,
okay.
thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for coming on the show, sir. Thank you so much. You
Thank
do
you.
have a safe, blessed day, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck, and God bless Nigeria.
God bless Nigeria, sir. Thank you, everyone, for coming, for joining tonight, this evening's call and political symposium. It's been a pleasure having you. You heard from one of our guests, one of the presidential candidates of the Social Democratic Party, and he has stated what we all have to look out for. If your clothes are bad, you don't call a carpenter. Your shoes are bad, you don't call a tailor. So everybody has the idea, their manifesto to show for what they can offer Nigeria. Just as most of us put up in our comments, that the ideology, the manifesto, the precedent should be criteria for looking at the criteria for choosing a candidate during the election. No form of ethnicity should be innate. Competence is what we need right now in Nigeria. So I want to urge you, go and get your PVC handy to vote for the election, to vote for your candidate. And after voting, just like our guests have also spoken and we have commented, stay back at the polling unit. Be our agent 007, stay back at the polling unit and ensure that your votes count. Ensure that the right data is entered. You can start disseminating the information because it's a public document. And one thing with the public document is that you can have access to it and disseminate it even before the INEC official does so. So please don't just vote and leave the polling unit. Stay back at the polling unit. Once again, I want to thank you, and we really apologize for the little technicalities we had, the issues, network, and the rest of them. And we believe that we'll have a government that will put an end to all of these in no distance time. Thank you so much. I am your host for this evening. Good luck. Hey, David. And I want to urge you to please subscribe to the channel, the YouTube channel, so I can get more information, more programs coming up from LLB Academy. Do it to subscribe. And we believe that for build people, people will in turn build system. Thank you so much. Signing out. See you on the 25th of February while you are casting your vote. Don't sit back at home. Thank you so much. Have a blessed and beautiful evening ahead. Bye.